Hello, my name is Victoria, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what it was like moving out to the country from the city. We moved out to 10 acres, and we have learned a lot. We got married in 2022 and we bought our house in 2023. So this year will be our third 3 years, going on 4 years. There's a I think it's a walking stick. Doesn't that look freaky? Anyway, we'd have lived in this house for 3 years, and now, yeah, we we officially moved here. I think Labor Day weekend. But we bought the house. I mean, we closed in August, so yeah, this would be going around 3 years, going on four, of living in the middle of nowhere. And it's been, I think, awesome, and there's some cons, definitely a lot of pros. um, some cons are obviously the drive, having to drive 35 minutes to work. I now stay from home. I stay at home with our little one, but my husband still drives 35-40 minutes every day to and from work. So when he says I'm on my way, it's still going to be like 40 minutes before he's home. So gas is a killer. We pay so much in gas. Even now that I don't work, I still feel like I'm driving just as much, if not more, than I was, because I go visit my husband with our baby. I go grocery shopping. I do stuff with the baby, all that stuff. So I feel like I'm driving and spending more on gas now. Um, we got some old cars. They're old. They've got a lot of mileage. Um, But yeah, so that sucks. We don't have a garage. We don't have landscaping, a patio. Like this porch. I mean, this porch is our garage and our patio and our chickens' patio. Our chickens love to come and poop on our porch. It's wonderful. So it's not the prettiest right now. I'd love to have a pretty area to sit. Um, but right now this is my view, so it's not too bad. Um, yeah, we don't have like any concrete here. Our house is on a concrete slab, and that's it. We don't have any place that the kids could like ride their bikes without falling and getting their knee in some gravel. So that's definitely a con. I think at some point we're planning on building a garage and putting a little apartment above it, but that is gonna be little while. Um, Other cons, just like the housing market, we had to buy more of a fixer upper house. We've done a lot of work to the house, and there's still much more to do. Uh, we redone the bathroom, we updated the kitchen, um, updated the closets, got new attic insulation. We built a shop, a 14 by 40 prefab shop, but still it was crazy. My husband built a chicken coop, and I still have like I want to build my the garden of my dreams that I will plan on doing soon. I have a garden, but it was kind of a makeshift one so that I could put stuff in the ground. Um, yeah, that was a con. When I was pregnant, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to drive. Jeez, girl, she's like pushing up. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to drive 35 minutes with contractions and be like have my baby on the side of the road, and that didn't happen. I had my water broke and no contractions, so that was nothing. um let's see, any other cons? um just like having, like, we have people out, but it's kind of a twofold disaster. It's like people don't necessarily want to drive out here, and I don't expect them to, so I don't keep my house like I don't, I hate people walking up on my porch and it looks like there should be a toilet on my porch. Like, I hate it, but it's, I've thrown so much away, given so much away, organized so much. I feel like that's all I do, and it still looks like crap. So I hate that. But like I mean, some we still have some people out. We try to keep the judgos, people who judge. They can they can leave me alone. Um, but yeah. Anyway, um, pros. There's a lot of pros. I love it out here. Um, it's peaceful. We have so much privacy. I mean, I think, you can buy whatever you want, but have you ever had privacy where you can do whatever the heck you want on your land? Yes, there are restrictions legally, but who's gonna come out here? I mean, if I have a whiskey still in my backyard, nobody's gonna know about it. I mean, nobody's looking out here. I don't have a whiskey still, but I could if I wanted to, and nobody would know. I, you know, you could walk out here naked and have nobody be like, well, your neighbor, you need to go into the insane asylum because you're crazy. Like, that just doesn't happen. Um, like this is our neighbor. I can't turn the screen on, but that's one neighbor. That's the other neighbor. There's nothing. I I love that. Some people don't like that. Some people freak out. We had one person come out here and he apparently had an anxiety attack because he was so far away from the hospital and he just thought if something happened, he'd be screwed. And I think that's a little overboard, but I mean, we've been fine. Um, I'm not looking forward to, I just know if we, when we have more kids and if somebody ends up getting hurt, breaks their arm, whatever, I just know that's not going to be a fun hospital ride. But when I was a kid, I grew up in the same way, 30 minutes from a hospital. I think the worst thing that ever happened to me was had my I had a lawnmower accident, and I did drive to my dad drove me to the hospital. So yeah, I have had my fair share of injuries too. So they'll live. It'll be fine. But yeah, um, pros, more pros. I I really enjoy not having any light pollution out here. It's very little, if I mean, there's always a little bit whenever you're so close to a big city, but oh my gosh, just a second, baby, come here, don't do that. But there's always a little bit when you live out in the country, somewhat close to a city. What are you doing? But comparatively, there's very little light pollution. Basil is over here, and my baby is obsessed with him. She's trying to crawl after him. But anyway, so you can see the stars out here more so than if you were in the city. Like, you could see the Milky Way on a really clear night. You can see so much. It's so pretty. One time, me and my husband were driving home, and we were kind of in a tiff, and we stepped outside and looked up, and it was like we forgot about our argument, and it was so pretty. Like, I just love it. Um, I I think I'm a big like leave me alone person. I'm antisocial. I like to be on my own. I don't want people to bother me. If you're like that, then this something like this is for you. Um, yeah, I love just having my privacy. I love having my little slice of heaven out here. Um, I don't, I put my makeup on because we're gonna go to town, but I don't put makeup on. I don't wear, like, this is what I'm wearing, a Chicken Whisperer shirt. I don't wear fancy stuff. I'm not a fancy person. I don't drive a fancy car. We don't have a fancy house. So I have no problems. But, every once in a while it'll be like, man, I wish we had nicer stuff. But, um, I mean, when you look at the price of everything and what you have to do to get that, is it really worth it? The answer is most likely no. I like having more financial freedom um, to do things, and save. We're able to save money still, even with me staying at home. So that's a big plus. Um, yeah, and we saved money. Like we did get a little help with this house, but um, the down payment. I mean, we had the down payment already saved, pretty much. So we did a lot of. I saved a long time. I thought I was gonna get my master's, and I decided that it wasn't worth it. So I just had a bunch of money sitting in an investment account growing and for years. So I didn't know what to do with it. And I decided this was perfect. It was like it was meant to be. So I'm super glad that we moved out here. Um, there's always going to be pros and cons to buying any house. I think the big pro, I grew up in a house with a lot of water issues, and we haven't had any water issues in this house. In fact, it's on a concrete slab, and um, if we had, like, our flooring wouldn't need to be pulled up if we had a leak, which is a huge plus for somebody who had a massive, multiple water leaks, but one massive water leak in our house when I was in sixth grade and had to live in a hotel for 3 months. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. Anyway, anyway, I'm sure I'll talk more about moving out here, but if you have any questions, let me know. Like and subscribe.